Speaking of floods and speaking of waves, we have Brooklyn's own Aquaman in the building today, the homie Rucciano.
Yes, sir. You already know it.
The homie got a lot of projects out. He recently signed to Pure Records. He's going to put another project out coming soon. We're going to get into all that good stuff, all the career stuff. Let's start at the beginning. In your bio, it says you were inspired by Jay-Z and Eminem.
Facts.
Is that when you first started listening to hip-hop in that era?
Hell no.
Good. I was going to say that's late as hell.
Hell no.
Do you recall your first hip-hop exposure?
My first hip-hop exposure had to be like, I can't remember, but it was between the lines of like Master P and like them niggas that No Limit niggas.
Really?
Like,
That's
yeah.
Speaking of runs, what a fucking run No Limit had. That 1 year they dropped
like 15 projects and shit.
They dropped like 67 albums in 1 year. There's only 52 weeks in a year. So some weeks they were dropping multiple albums.
Yeah.
We'll never see a fucking run like that again.
Nah,
Shout out
nah.
to Master P and No Limit Records.
They flooded the industry.
That's the type of wave I'm trying to be on.
I was just going to say, is that why you dropped 5 albums in 2021? No, 7, excuse me, in 2021? You on your Master P shit?
Now, I'm not that. Then, like, besides the exposure to them, you know, I caught onto the wave with, like, Biggie and all that, you know, DMX and all that. Then I caught onto the wave with the Hot Boys, heavy, like, Cash Money. Like, they got, like, probably, like, the biggest influence in my career. Because, like, I tell everybody, like, Weezy was probably one of the youngest niggas I heard at the time when I was listening to that was rapping. Like, you know, like, you got to think about it. Like, the Crisscross era and all that came, but that was in my time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was probably, right. So when I was growing up, when I seen the youngest nigga rapping, it was Wayne.
And did that make you feel like I could do that?
At first, no. But in due time, shout out to my god brother, Joel. In due time, like, just being around him and just, you know, he was much older, so he was the one that was bringing, like, the real hip hop towards me. Dope. I was bringing the commercial shit that I was just like whatever. He was bringing over the Wu-Tang and the Biggie Smalls and the DMXs and had me listen to that.
Yes.
Right,
we need that, bro. Everybody needs that.
You
need the balance.
I shout that nigga out to this day, man, because I love that nigga. That's
he gave you mad jewels, right? He gave me built, you know.
We went back and forth a lot because it was just like, nah, nigga, these niggas got like, nah. I'm like, nah, they got the tanks, nigga. These niggas got fire and diamonds and jewelry, and they got fucking,
they got bling bling.
Yeah, they got missiles and fucking tanks, nigga, and chains and shit. Nobody fucking with them. Like, you know, I really
shout
thought
out
that
to
shit
those
was,
album covers, man.
Right. Big shout out to
pixel
that.
Joints.
And then, you know what I'm saying, like, throughout the times, like, you know, the shit, eventually I got older, then, you know, niggas like Eminem came out, and, you know what I'm saying, right when I was getting older, then the little switch over, I did my little research, went back in time, caught up to a couple of albums that led me right to the album time that we was in, whatever time that was. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, and then niggas like Eminem came out, 50 Cent came out, and it was just like, yo, like, okay, I'm kind of understanding this more and more as I go back, and you know what I mean? So, but yeah, Eminem and Hove would be my, like, I gotta go with Hove because I'm from Brooklyn, give him the #1 throne. But, like, honestly speaking, I personally will always say they share the same seat because it's just like I compare their whole careers to Renegade, to the song Renegade.
I was
like,
gonna ask you about Renegade.
Yeah, like, I compare their whole career to Renegade.
Do you think Eminem? You think Eminem ate him up on that or no?
Eminem on a skill set level, if I'm writing this shit, hell yeah. Yeah.
Like the technicality of it.
Yeah, like if we breaking down the mechanics of rap, yeah.
Right, exactly.
But
how about
now,
lyrically?
That goes with
like
the mechanics of rap. That goes with
lyrical content.
That goes with that goes
about?
with the mechanics of rap too, though, because, like, you know, like, Eminem just said it from his point of view, like, you know what I mean, like, you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to put racial, like, anything racial out there, but they kind of made the track in that, you know what I'm saying, in the perspective of him being from where he's from and him being where he's from and how they perceive him to be and then how they perceive him to be, like, you know what I'm saying. So now back to all the top 10s and all that shit is subjective.
Right,
like, you know,
you're
gonna listen to it and you're gonna feel like, damn, yo, Hov killed him, because, like, you know what I'm saying, you heard what he said, like, some of the shit he said, like, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? See, I was influenced by the ghetto, you ruined the same dudes. Come on, bro, like, come on, bro.
See, I think people think Eminem watched them because when it came out, Eminem was on the uprise.
He was on in the like,
and
he was,
it was like,
but back
he
to
was
the
still
mechanics,
shock shit.
because then when you listen to Eminem shit, it's just like
But
damn,
Eminem,
the verse at the tip of my head is
I'll
just
tell
like,
you why Eminem gets the edge, in my opinion. He produced the beat. So he knew
But
exactly
that's got
how
nothing to do with it.
But
I think
that
because-
even gives him an unfair advantage.
No, it does because he knew exactly how to flow to the beat. Where if you listen to Jigga's
All
verse,
right.
he even goes off a little bit. Not saying that it's whack, he just goes off a
A
little
follow-up question:
Go ahead.
if you listen to it now today, do you still have the same opinion that Eminem washed him?
bit. No,
yeah.
not at all.
All right, let's
I
get
don't.
this clear, right? The word washed.
Oh,
I'm
not
putting
washed.
the-
Yeah.
My bad. I put in the word washed.
We not doing that. We not
Yeah.
doing that.
Do you still feel the same way when you listen to it today that Eminem had a slight edge over
yeah.
in verse quality?
Eminem verse don't give me no like relatable shit.
That's
Emin-
what I
I
think
like
about
how you
Eminem's
said-
career.
Eminem
Yeah.
verse gives me like, ooh, he just
Yeah.
like you heard what he
Talking about his
said.
career,
Bathed in
though.
the holy water in the morning, they try to hold me on the longer. Like the flow was crazy, bro. Like it was just like it was clean, bro. It was just like.
Yeah.
But now when I listen to Hove shit, probably because I'm from Brooklyn and we from the Jacks and all that, so it's like the shit Hove said is just like I don't give a like. Eminem,
Like, yeah,
Eminem is
he
lucky he's
killed-
Eminem and he's nice, bro. Because if he
Exactly.
wasn't,
Yeah,
Exactly. That's why
Yes.
I fall on the Hove
If
side.
he wasn't,
in this
like-
argument.
right.
and he painted, they both painted the picture real well. Yo,
No,
like,
they did.
I agree with what you say though, man. When you're talking about like technicality, when it comes to like lyrical and the way that he put the rhymes together,
Yeah, you
Eminem
could,
gets
you
a
could
slight
tell
edge,
Eminem wrote
but-
his verse 100%. Like he's like, yeah,
Yes.
I wrote this verse and I tweaked it and whatever the
Yeah.
case is.
But
you could tell
like you
Hove
said,
like just
I
was
get
like
the goosebumps
this-
from
yeah,
Hove when
right? You
he
could just tell
raps on
Hove
that
just like I
shit.
just went in there and just
He went off a feeling.
yeah, bro.
did his
So I
thing.
can't knock
Yeah.
both of them. That shit is iconic, man.
Where where you're thinking like Eminem sat down and actually really thought about it. Eminem Hove went in there just off of straight emotion.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
one big difference between Hove and Eminem. You don't really feel Eminem. You like Eminem.
I can't say that, bro. I can't. It's a couple of songs I feel like Mockingbird,
Yeah.
When I'm Gone.
Hell
It's a
yeah.
few
Oh,
songs that I'm
alright,
just like,
yeah.
Damn.
nah.
You're correct.
The other
You're
one,
correct.
the other
But it's
one
very
that they used
few.
to play that
Yellow
this
Brick
dude-
Road.
What
Nah.
the fuck?
It's
Is
Yeah.
a few. Yeah, yo. It's a
I'll
few
give you
songs.
Mockingbird. And what's the other one he had for his daughter?
Stan?
No, not
Oh,
Stan.
I like Stan though. I felt that shit, even though it has nothing to do with my life,
There
but
was
it
a
was
song for his
different.
daughter, Haley something. I don't know.
Haley song?
Maybe Haley's song.
Probably.
But I
did a
just
song for
feel
Haley's song.
Hove. You feel Hove. Like I don't feel M when he wants to kill his wife and slap his mom.
Nah, yeah,
Nah,
yo,
not
yo, I
always.
always say that when people like, you know what I'm saying. But I also tell people it's like you gotta look at the art behind it. Like, you know what I'm saying. When you look at abstract, at these niggas is buying and shit like that. I look at that shit and be like, yo, I could do that shit, bro. Give me a canvas, bro. I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
There we go, yo, $3,000.
Hell yeah.
$80,000. Fuck you talking about? It's Luciano. Fuck you talking about?
I seen a
Word up.
painting that sold. There was a white canvas with a red dot.
Yo, $80,000,
That's some
$100,000,
bullshit.
bro.
And the other one that they had in Art Basel, the white canvas with a banana taped to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So it's just like, you
Some
know, like
bullshit.
like you gotta. That's how I look at Eminem shit. Like, you know, it's not like crazy abstract. Like it is crazy abstract like that, but it's a picture behind it, and it's just like when you get
Do
away.
you listen to his new shit?
Yeah, I listen to. Yo, I'm the wrong person to write. I listen to everybody, bro. I listen to everybody.
Let's go back to No Limit for a minute. Who were
Let's-
your favorite No Limit artists?
Mystical.
Mystical, awesome
Yeah,
pick.
Mystical.
You remember Mac?
Mac, nah, I remember Fiend. I remember Mia X.
You remember Cain and Abel?
Cain and Abel.
Cain and Abel were slept on.
Silk the Shocker, of course. See Murder.
You remember Mercedes?
Yeah, I remember Mercedes.
Because of the
yeah, I
album
remember-
cover?
Yeah, yep.
I couldn't name you one Mercedes song.
Remember Snoop
Nobody
Dogg?
could.
Hell yeah.
Remember Snoop Dogg? Niggas forgot Snoop Dogg was
yeah.
signing No Limit.
Yeah, but
No
nobody
Limit
could
Top
name.
Dog.
Nobody could name a Mercedes song.
Hell no, but I remember that album cover like if
and
I bought it 10
and
times.
and I wasn't even trying to say remember Snoop Dogg like he was not relevant.
no,
more,
but
like,
people
you know.
forget he was
Yeah,
on No
right,
Limit. And
right.
not only that,
That
but he
album was
had
hard.
success on
Yeah,
No Limit.
Right.
he did. He
the
did.
album was
Right.
hard too.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. And shout out to Master P. Master P bought him a house.
Word.
Big shout out to Master P.
For like just coming to visit him and shit, like some shit like that. And he told him, after he told him Death Row never paid him a penny.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Right.
All right, let's get back to Brooklyn. Give me your top 3 Brooklyn MCs.
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Easy pick.
Brooklyn. Biggie Smalls.
Easy pick.
Biggie Smalls is the illest.
Yeah, yo, like
Hell yeah.
like Brooklyn and damn, who from Brooklyn? I mean,
Fab.
Fab.
Sean P.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Kane.
It's a few AZ.
AZ.
Damn, this is hard, yo. Myself.
Absolutely. Should be.
Wow.
Shit. My niggas. Because I know,
Absolutely.
like, you know what I'm saying? I know a few people I feel like, you know? Damn. I'm gonna leave that seat open. Like, that's
Good.
just an open
Let-
spot.
That's your seat waiting to.
Yeah, that's
So Jigga and Biggie.
Yeah, like,
You can't go wrong, bro.
yeah. Shout outs to Fab, because Fab is definitely one of my niggas. Like, I fuck with Fab heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like niggas like AZ, like, still, like, I got a lot of respect for AZ, bro. AZ's one of my, like,
Yeah. He's
Very underrated.
yo, bro.
And
I don't even want
under-
to talk about it because a lot of people don't even know who AZ
I don't
is.
think there's a word, but like underpropped. Like he don't get the props he deserves.
underappreciated.
Yeah. Considering what he did on Life's a Bitch, considering he was the only
Considering what he
feature
did on The Firm,
Nomadic,
too.
considering the
Huh?
Firm, considering his debut album,
What
Do
did you
or
say,
Die,
Rushion?
what
The
he did on
Firm.
Oh, The Firm.
The Firm album was fire. Shit was produced by Dre.
Oh yeah, you got to remember when he came out, people were debating is he better than Nas?
Right. Exactly.
Like
I
he was
was-
neck and neck. with
Yo.
Nas.
the fact
In the Firm,
that-
at the Firm time, I definitely liked him more. I liked him and Foxy Brown way more than I liked Nas. And then as I got older, I started to realize how nice Nature was. I didn't know. As a kid, I never really like, you know what I
Thank
mean?
you. Nature
Yeah.
is fire, bro.
Nature.
Tell my boy Bloodshot here
I
because he's
never
a
realized,
nature
like,
hater.
you know what I'm
Nature
saying?
hater.
I never
Nah,
realized,
man,
like,
I'm not hating on Nature. I know he's nice, but you know what it is, Luciano? We had the discussion about the Firm album, and I said that Cormega, who was supposed to be on the Firm originally,
he was in
would
the
have
Firm
made the
originally.
album a lot better, and I think the album would have sold more. And over time, it would have got more respect than what Nature did. You feel me?
copy,
And like
copy.
these niggas don't want to give me that. They don't want to give me that.
No, I agree. The album may have been better lyrically. I don't think Cormega had the juice to make it sell any better.
Sounds about right.
But I like to fuck with him, so I tell him Nature's the best rapper in the whole firm. And nobody.
Nah,
could beat
Nature
him.
had his moments where he shined, but you know, come on, man,
Yo,
you gonna
he
tell me
was-
one album
he
is gonna
was
fuck
on-
with Comega's
He was
whole?
on Banned from
No,
TV,
no.
bro.
Fire.
Yeah,
With
The-
Legend.
the-
Fantastic
Firm
Four. He was
album,
on
fire.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Banned from
Nature
TV,
wasn't
fire.
whack, bro. He wasn't
Definitely.
whack, man.
He was on
wasn't.
Desperados.
Neither
But
was
he's-
Cormega.
He's not touching Comega, is what I'm saying. You know
Word,
what I
shout
mean?
out to older,
Cormega
shout out to
had
older
a better
legends.
career, yeah.
Comega battled Nas, bro. Anybody that battles Nas, come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, Blood. I don't think I've ever told you this. I actually was a bigger Cormega fan than Nas fan when Cormega was first coming out before he dropped his first album on Def Jam when he got locked up and the album got
Really?
shelved and shit. Yeah, when he only had that one song, the
Dead Man Walking.
Dead Man Walking. Like I
so
was
you
a
just
big,
like to play devil's advocate, is what you said.
yeah, I just like to fuck with you. I was mad anticipating that first album, bro. With that single, I remember it was on. If you remember back in the day, Def Jam albums would come with a Def Jam
Like a promo.
sampler CD.
Yeah, like a promo.
And I had bought an album. I don't remember what it was, and it came with
It
that
was
promo.
the DMX, either DMX or
I think it had DMX on it. I think
Maybe
you're right.
I don't even
Onyx or
remember that.
something.
Onyx. It might have been
An
Onyx.
Onyx
Onyx,
album.
yeah. The second or third Onyx album.
And it came with a sampler, and
Yeah.
on the sampler was Dead Man Walking, and they were like,
Exactly.
"Yo, new Cormega album
Plus,
dropping." blah, blah, blah.
Killer's Theme with
Killer's
Cormega
Theme,
and Mobb Deep.
So I was a big Cormega fan, and when he dropped
Yeah.
that first album, True
The
Facts.
not
Realness.
the
The
true
realness, the
meaning.
realness.
Yeah, I was super big Cormega fan. Bro.
Yeah.
I just like to fuck with you.
What a hater.
Back to
Appreciate
my
that.
boy
Appreciate
Rucciano.
Yes,
In
sir.
the
Let's
year
get it.
2017, you performed at the Brooklyn Unity Fest.
Let's get it.
How deep into your career were you then to be performing at a fest? Had you already dropped the project? Were
Hell
you just
yeah, I
starting?
dropped the project. Nah,
Yeah?
2017, I probably had dropped my second project around the time.
Was it a mixtape?
It was the first one was a mixtape. It was a mixture of independent. It was a mixture of original beats and industry beats, and then the second one was a full flat out, just full original beats that we didn't lease because we was just like just trying to get like we were just trying to find a sound. Like I was running with you know, my niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? We was a collective and all that. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Chillionaires, like, you know what I mean? So
The Chillionaires, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Big
That's a
shout
dope
out.
name.
pretty much, and then you know, we was, like I said, we was trying to find a sound, like each and every one of us. So around that time, that's pretty much what happened then, and you know, so Brooklyn Unity Fest hit the stage, but must have had like a 10-minute performance and all that.
Was that one of your first shows?
Nah. I mean, like, if you asking like showcases, like in general, nah. My first showcase, I must have been like probably like 18, bro, 19, bro. I performed in Broad Street. I performed in Philly at some contest. I was fucking with some people. I had just got off a situation. I got shot when I was younger and all that. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, so but yeah, my first show was then after. That's when I decided I was gonna start rapping and all that. And my first show was at that time, like, but. Back to the Unity Fest, we did that. I met DJ Hip Hop Mike. I met a few people, like, you know what I'm saying? So, shit was regular, like.
Was that your first performance in Brooklyn?
Nope. Definitely
No.
not. I done performed in Coney Island, my neighborhood. I done performed in Flatbush. I done performed in Manhattan. I've been doing this rap shit for a very long time before I was known as
You like
Luciano.
performing?
Like, that's probably the best part about, like,
Yeah.
this whole shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
the performance, the videos, and shit like that. It's just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
just the people just giving you that rush, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially when my niggas be in a crowd, man. Listen, man, like,
No, because some of these artists today, they don't necessarily like performing. They'd rather just be in the studio away
These
from
fucking
people.
artists
yo.
today don't like rapping.
yo,
Yeah,
honestly, I
yeah.
can't wait till the day I perform where people in the crowd know my shit, so I don't even have
Yeah.
to rap.
I was
no
just
more.
gonna
I
And
can
ask
just
you
get
that
crazy,
question.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, I could just get crazy, jump on niggas and just get crazy. Like, we getting crazy tonight,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah.
We getting crazy. Fucking with me, we getting crazy. I'm lighting blunts up. We all getting high. Everybody in the first row and all that, pass out all of y'all blunts. We getting crazy. Like,
there. I'm
like,
there.
trust me, like,
I'm in there.
but you
No,
know,
shout out to that, man.
until then, like, you know, it is what it is. Like, but yeah, I love performing. That's definitely one of my, like.
And you bring that energy, so it's definitely a
yeah.
performance.
I
you
try to
wanna
write
be
my
at, you
music
know
in a
what I'm
way
saying?
where I could perform it. Where it's like,
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying? Where it's
exactly.
like, you know, when I be writing it, I be like,
You be thinking about performances already.
yeah, or I be doing the movement.
Right.
It's just like, because I know, like, if I need to perform it, it's like, you know what I mean? I got to get
Exactly.
ready to, like,
You need something to go
I ain't
with.
going to rap to you like this, bro.
Yeah, just
Like,
walk around and
right.
shit. Yeah.
Like,
Don't nobody want to see that shit.
fuck around, put the pause in there and all that, just so I know, like, you know, I might just whatever, like, bust a two-step. Then it's like, you know what I mean? Then it's like, let me try to do that shit naturally and then come
Yeah.
back in, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's, I don't know, bro. When you really say, like, get in sync with the beat, that shit different, son.
Do you still write pen paper?
Pen, paper, when I'm at work,
Yeah.
I be,
And if not, it's phone.
yeah, phone all day, or.
Yeah.
Or shout out to my nigga Killers. Sometimes we be fucking, when I have the space and opportunity, bro, sometimes there's no phone. We put that shit to the side and we just go in there and do 2 bars at a time off the top, bro. And it's just like, but you know, that's when we have the time and space for that shit.
Did
Like,
y'all
you know
do
what I
that
mean?
on that song Zaza?
We did that on that whole project. The whole entire project.
I kind of felt that on
It
that
was
song.
it was more on like
the back and
a lot
forth.
of-
I loved
yeah.
it.
it was
yeah.
more like, yo, Rude, nah, no phones, bro. And it was like, all right, bro. Like, all right. Like, no phones. And it was just like, he got the studio. He was just like, yo, no more than 5 minutes on these bars. So you better roll up, whatever. Like, 2 bars at a time and no more than 5 minutes. Because if any longer than 5 minutes, it's going to drag out the song and we're not going to want to do it.
Right.
Because we was recording each other. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, all right, I did get 5 minutes. All right. Yo, you know what you're saying? Yeah, all right. Boo, 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 boo. All right, cool. Record me. All right. You know what you're saying? Yeah, boo, 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 boo. All right. And for the
That's
whole
dope though,
project.
because you're adding a level of challenge.
Exactly.
OD, bro. I love it.
Hell
You know
yeah.
how
That's
you have
the
to
shit
know
I
how to
live
cue
for.
each other in and shit.
Yeah.
Right, that shit I live for, like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Shout out to that, man.
Right.
Congratulations.
In 2018, you performed at the Top Music Fest in San Diego.
Uh-huh.
How'd you end up in San Diego?
Yo, man, shout out to Skyscraper. That's my brother. He from Cali. He been a lot of places in the world and all that. So Ruciano and the Chillionaires, I'm not gonna say like I was, you know, and the Chillionaires, but Ruciano, the Chillionaires, whatever, we was doing our thing, still doing our thing, like, you know what I mean? So it was just a matter of like trying to be heard. Like, we had no manager, we had none. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like whatever felt like the best thing to do was what we
you
would-
did.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then let alone we looked at certain thing as like experiences. It was just like, I'd never been to Cali.
Right.
Skyscraper, like, damn near was San Francisco, the folk, wherever that shit. I'm not, you know what I mean, saying I'm not sure where they was from, but he done lived out there. So it was just like, it gave me like, yeah, let's go, bro. Like 100%. We gonna go out there. We gonna do this competition. We gonna try to get in this music shit right here. We gonna shoot a video. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gonna make this shit well, like, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? If you look back, I got an interview with the Underground Hip Hop blog. When I went out there, I shot my video Too Cool. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Now, you know, if you listen to Boss Talk, you were like, you know what I'm saying? I gave niggas a little Easter egg and all that. So, you know, if you see my video Too Cool, we shot that in Cali. We did the Tap Music Festival. We did that. We met Crooked Eyes. Shout out to him.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, yo.
That is dope.
Yeah, we got to really, really chop it up with Crooked Eye, like on some like he looked at us. It was just like, yo, y'all, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, like. I wish you knew he was talking to, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
remember his face.
Right. Like, cause you know, I listen, like, you know, and you one of them niggas. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying?
You fuck with Crooked Eye's music?
Yeah, hell yeah. Crooked Eye got bars.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm so mad the Slaughterhouse broke up, but like, you know what I'm saying? That
same,
is,
bro.
that
wow,
is, like,
same,
you know what I'm
kid.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
The two of us were
production with
Slaughterhouse
Alchemist and Slaughterhouse, like, what?
And the second album with Just Blaze that never came
What?
out, that's sitting on some hard drive somewhere that people
Exactly.
refuse to fucking leak, and I'm
Yeah,
begging them on
too
Twitter.
much egos, probably. I don't know.
The niggas should drop a versus album like Crooked Eye and Joel versus Joe
Roy-
Budden and
Royce
Hell
and
yeah,
Joe.
bro.
and Royce. That should be crazy.
And then they could drop the Makeup album and fucking double up on profits.
That's it.
Shout out to San Diego, though. Shout out to our homie Boo Boo the Prince out there in the
Word.
San Diego
Yes.
Zoo.
Big shout out.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody doing their thing on the West Coast.
Big shout out.
In the year 2020, you
Yes,
started
sir.
your Aquaman series.
Yes, sir.
Why Aquaman?
Yo, man, I had so much reasons, and it was just like, I don't know if I was digging too deep to find my reasons at a point, but it was just like, you know, I'm a Pisces.
Oh, I was
Like, you know
Oh,
what I'm
shit.
saying? Like, that's
You
first
mentioned that in
and
the
foremost.
raps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I'm a Pisces. I stay by the beach, like, you know, my hometown right
Me too.
now.
By the
Like,
beach.
yeah, I'm by the beach right now.
Boy,
And CI 11224, like, you know what I'm saying?
you from Atlantic Ave?
Nah,
Gucci
nah,
out?
I ain't from Atlantic Ave. Nah.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Flatbush, and further moved out to Coney Island and all that.
To Coney, okay.
Yeah. Then besides that, I like the flow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck the whole rapping shit. Like, you know, like rapping is good and all that, but now when you're really flowing on the beat, that's another level of rap, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you hear Biggie, when you hear these niggas like Jay-Z, when you hear these niggas that like got a unorthodox flow and all that,
Right.
that should be. Yo, to this day, bro, I be writing lyrics and it's niggas like Hove and Biggie, I can't really like implement their flow, and I could, but then it's just like, I
They
probably just
find different pockets
right,
that it's just
right,
hard to hear.
right.
That's why I was kind of shocked when you said, when we were talking earlier before off the mic about Nas. To me, Nas does that. He's able to fit those pockets with new rap, old rap. Like, it's amazing how he's able to construct his flow to all types of different shit.
I have a theory about Nas.
Go ahead.
He's boring.
Wow.
He's
You see
boring.
that?
Like his
Yeah.
content is boring? Like what he
No,
talks
he's
about is
not.
boring?
Nas
He's not
himself is boring.
Like the person.
You see, that's
Nas?
what a lot of people.
the
Yeah,
person.
No. All right, let me rephrase my theory.
Go ahead.
Nas is looked at by people as boring,
Yep.
and that has affected his success
Yep.
and the accessibility he's been given. And I think a large part of that plays into his he's an introvert. So his interviews, he doesn't let it you all the
Right.
way in.
Right.
His fan base has never really been allowed in. And I think that's why if you say Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas,
Right,
Nas is third in a lot of eyes.
I get what you're
because
saying.
he's so
We talk
inner
about
seclusion.
We talk about that all the time. How, like,
so
his
some people
interviews
can
kinda
perceive that
suck.
as boring.
Right.
And
right,
even
right.
in some of his raps, like he's not bust around.
yo, you
he's
gotta
not
be,
dirty.
you gotta be really listening for the lyrics to like, you know what I'm saying? To
But-
take like, you know, it's still a lot
And
of
to
people in
really-
hip hop
yeah,
that,
you gotta hear
like,
that's
you know what I
why.
mean?
3-4 times,
It's still a lot of people in hip hop that want to hear good lyrics on
Yeah.
good beats.
Yes. Yeah.
But the thing
Like,
is,
you
that's
know
what,
what I
it is
mean?
about Nas. Like, you're not going to Nas to listen to hear Busta Rhymes. You're going to Nas to actually hear what he's actually talking about. So he's gonna
Yeah.
enunciate well. He's gonna
Right,
speak
but you
well. He's
gotta
gonna
be in
fit
that
those
mood.
pockets well.
All right,
You gotta
which
be in
is
that
which is true, but then some of them beats be throwing me off.
True.
And it's just like, yo,
I listened to Magic again recently.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead. I got something to say about that. Go ahead.
And it's a good album,
Go ahead.
but there's nothing memorable on there. I couldn't name you one song right now that I'm like, yo, I gotta go back and hear that song.
We've spoken about this, and I'll be honest, I kind of don't. You said this, I've agreed with you 100%. Instead of giving us Premier with Hit Boy, fucking do Premier and not Premier and Hit Boy, Nas and Hit Boy. Yeah. Do Nas and Premier already, man. What the fuck are we waiting for, bro?
That's a great question.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a start. They got the one track together now.
Yeah,
so it's a start.
Like
they've had tracks together though,
like
bro.
they wasted time,
the recent one.
Let's jump ahead real quick.
Ahead,
Speaking of DJ Premier, how did you get DJ Premier to cut up your album on that video that's on YouTube?
That's classic.
Yo, shout out to my whole management.
That's fire.
That's just how I'm gonna leave it like that.
The management team at Pure Records.
Big shout out to my whole management team.
Yeah.
Not even a little shout out. Heavy on it. Heavy on the big shout out.
Yo, and big shout out to you because that track is hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't every DJ, you know what I'm saying, DJ Premier. So
I was telling Ruciano before we started the show, I thought that was Premier on the cuts in the actual song. Like the producer, Jay, what's his name?
Jay Clyde.
Clyde.
Yes, sir.
He sound like fucking Premier on the scratches and the hook. He got that shit.
Word.
Even the beat, even the sample that he looped sounds Premier.
It don't get more hip hop than Premier, bro.
Yeah, so shout out to that. Shout out to the
I felt
team.
like he made that, like when he put the samples on the beat, I was like, damn, bro, you really like you know what I'm saying? You kind of know me in a way, and I didn't even tell him who I like. You know, I just told him I sent him a reference track, and it was me on the scratches, and I was like, yo, bro, this is my idea, but I want the real niggas on this shit, like, you know. Nigga hit me back. It's AZ, Jay-Z, and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
yeah.
Well, that's what Premier does, though. Like, that's his signature. Like, he custom makes shits to the artist he's working with.
Yeah.
He
So
never
Jay
has
Clyde,
like a stash and be like, oh, here, take from this. Like, no, it'll be like, all right, he sits down, he vibes with you, talks with you, blah, 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 and then he provides you with what he got.
And not to take anything from Jay Clyde, because, you know, I would love for you to keep working with him, but is there any plans to get like a future collab with actual DJ Premier at all?
Yo, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, bro. He's a legend, a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? I done did a little freestyle on his on one of his beats.
Was that the one on the rooftop that there's a video for?
Nah. This is another one that's on the Pure Records YouTube channel and all that. I'm in the whip and all that in front of my crib and all that. Like, you know, just do a little DJ Premier beat and all that. I had to, like, you know, just air out. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm Aquaman, so I like flowing. So it's like, once I could kind of nod my head to the beat, I was like, it's up and stuck from there. Like,
who does your artwork?
I got my artwork off Instagram, actually. Like, I met some dude off of Instagram by the name of Cartoon King.
Shout out to him, man. I like the artwork.
We
like the old comic
Me
book
too.
series type shit.
He
I really like that concept.
He made the first image because Splash of Brilliance was the very first project I did.
Correct.
But Splash of Brilliance was not the first project that was supposed to come out. Splash of Brilliance just happened to come out because me and Killer was locked in, and like Killer's just on my time, and so it was just like, yo, fuck it. Then COVID hit, and then the studio I was working at shut down. So it was just like, me and Killer might as well. His birthday was coming up. He was like, yo, fuck it, we dropping it on your birthday. We about to go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was trying to do some shit for Coney and all that. So it was just like, all right, it made sense. And like, I mean, while we holding this shit, dropped it. Final year came up, COVID shut shit down. Once a nigga opened the studio up, bro, I must have went in there and recorded like 200 songs, bro. Wow. Like, real shit. Like, within probably like a 4-month time. Because before that, I had a little health situation that I was dealing with, and I had mad time on my hands. So it was just like, you know, I was sober, and I just home every day, bro. It was just like, yo, I found like 100 beats, 200 beats. I wrote to about 75% of them shits, bro. Like, literally. And it was just like, yo, bro, once the minute I get back and I could get someone moving the studios across the street from my crib, the minute I could just get up and just like, even if it take me 30 minutes to walk there, the time where I know I could do it, it's a wrap, bro. Yeah. And the time where I got up and I did it, it was over. It was just like, then you know what happened after that? The studio shut down again because COVID was fucking us up. Yep. And then it was just like, damn, I done had like 3 projects sitting there. It's like, damn, fuck, sick. Nigga called me like, yo, it's lit. What? Came back, dropped, and it was over. It was just like, all right. At a point, it was like I was going to the studio to not even record no new shit. I was going there to just finalize these songs. I was putting out the project. So it was like, yo, bro, I need 2 hours. I need 3. How long is it gonna take you to mix them stuff? Copy. I need that. All right, come in, listen to it. Let me redo that second verse. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. And it was just like, all right, put this out. All right, cool.
Do you enjoy that process as well, the post-production?
Hell yeah, it's my shit.
All right, good.
Like,
Yeah,
it's my-
some,
it's my
some artists
shit.
don't.
Yeah, some
But-
people don't
but-
like
Some
that
artists
shit.
come
But-
in, record vocals, and
But
don't hear it again until
I'm gonna
it's
be
out.
honest with you, right? I'm such a like I don't know if I'm stagnant in my own ways though. I don't want you to ask me for my opinion when you mixing my shit. Like, yo, bro, do you you want to drop? Nah, bro, like
Do it.
do
Yeah.
your sauce, my
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
And feed it to me afterwards, and I'm gonna let you know, like,
Yes.
all right, this a little too salty, this a little too
Yeah.
spicy, this a
Yeah.
little like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, cause at times I don't know what I want, bro.
Until I
Like,
hear it.
yeah, then I'm like, yo, that's fire.
Yeah,
like, it's
you got
like,
that off, yeah.
that's fire. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like when we get to that point, then it's just like you know that. I feel like you will understand me to the point you wouldn't even gotta ask me. You just like, you just gonna do it. And I'm just gonna sit back and like, I trust you. Like,
Have you found that engineer yet?
I think so, but I was so young where it was just like, you know, we don't even record. He doing bigger and better things, and I'm doing bigger and better things, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Los, that's my engineer on Pure Records. Me and Los going, I ain't worried about the past. Me and Los gonna get that shit right, and
There
that
you
shit,
go.
you know what I'm saying? I ain't difficult to work with. It's shit plain and simple with me. I like to spit the bars, so once I get the bars off, I feel like my job is done. Literally. So whatever you do after that is just like, I appreciate you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that, man.
Word
You
up, word
told
up.
me in 2021 you dropped 7 projects. I have 4. I have 5. So in 2020, under the Aquaman series, you dropped Splash of Brilliance, the first one.
Yes,
Then in
sir.
2021, I got Deal with the Drip,
Yes, sir.
Atlantis, the compilation,
Yes, sir.
Splash of Brilliance 2, Aquaman, Atlantean, and then what did I miss?
Shockwave. I dropped Shockwave.
Shockwave. Well, I got that one for 2022.
Oh yeah, 2022. Oh yeah, that's it.
All right, so
My bad. That's
that
it.
was those bars that you wrote.
You know why? You know why I'm feeling like that? Because realistically speaking, Deal with the Drip came out like in the end of December or some shit. It was like pushing January, but it was still it was still the year 2021. But it was
Okay.
definitely pushing January. It was probably like December 31st or December 29th that shit was uploaded or something like that. But yeah.
Dope,
I
dope,
usually
dope,
count
dope.
that in there, be like, because if you followed me in the time frame, you would have seen like, yo, this nigga dropped this in December, this nigga dropped this in January, this nigga dropped this and then, this nigga dropped this and then. Like, yo, this nigga's going nuts. And it's
No,
like I had this
yeah,
shit on in the
that's
stash, and it
what's
was just
fire,
like,
though.
and if you know me, in between every single one of these projects, I wrote a brand new song because when I was going to the studio for the post production, I didn't just want to sit there and listen to the post production. It's like,
Right.
nigga, I'm about to record something while I'm in here. We about to figure it out and do something and just figure it out later, bro. And it's
Let
just
me
like,
ask you
know,
something. You said you were going through a health situation and you were
Yeah.
sober.
Yeah.
Do you?
And that if you thinking what I'm thinking, it had nothing to do with like an addiction. And
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
Okay, all right, cool.
I want to talk about writing.
Copy.
I think, better yet, do you think you write better sober, or
Inebriated.
when you're smoking and shit? When you're smoking?
it opens up your.
It doesn't. Oh man,
Because I have a theory. Another one of my theories.
Go ahead.
I could do both.
Go ahead.
I can do both because I figured out how I want to rap. I figured out my style. I figured out little shortcuts that I like to do that gets me away from if I ever have writer's block or I just can't, like, think of the next bar and shit like that. I figured out little shit from listening to my legends, listening to battle rappers, listening to a whole bunch of people. It's just like, but writing while I'm like this, bro, writing when I'm getting blasted, bro, it's like,
It just flows. It comes out.
that shit is different, son.
I think when you're high, you become part of the beat.
High, drunk, no matter
Like,
what, like.
You synchronize. You
Once
sync
you're
with the
high,
beat?
yeah, yup,
Yo,
heavy
you just feel it
synchronizing.
more. Like,
Yep.
you almost in the
you start,
inside of the
you
beat.
start hearing parts of the beat that you didn't hear before.
Right.
I'll tell you what
And
I
it's
think.
just
It
like,
is.
what the fuck?
At least this is what happens with me. I remember when I've tried to write when I was sober and when I've tried to write when I was high and shit.
Right.
And like you said, you do when you're high, you kind of do feel in sync with the beat more. But I think when you're sober, you overthink it.
Yep.
And you kind of, it's almost kind of forced. Whereas when you smoke, you just relax and it fucking just flows out.
Now
of you
you
most
see,
of the
this
time.
is why prior to that, I
know
said
what
what
I'm
I
saying?
said though too, like, cause I think I figured out how I want to rap, and my style. So I
Right.
figured out, like, you know what I'm saying, that once I was sober, I was like, damn, I ain't write a verse in a minute. So I was like, damn, this shit is crazy. I just gave it a shot. I was like, yo, how would I write my verse? Like, it's no different. The only difference now is I'm sober. But I would have wrote my verse the same way. So I tried thinking of it sober the same way. It was a little challenge at first. And then I felt like I overcame that hump. And it was like, oh, shit. Project Atlantis.
Mental clarity. Yeah,
Right.
you find your pocket.
Now
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
that. Now you see that Project Atlantis. I wrote that whole project sober. And,
See, I
and
think,
it, like, you know what I'm saying, and it kind of almost probably would have sounded like anything I would have wrote right now with the syllables and like it's just like that's my style. It's like that's my style, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I think
It
sometimes
sounds-
when you have writer's block, you should not smoke. Like, stop smoking.
nah, I can't even.
I
I
feel
feel like when you know rap, I feel like there's no such thing as writer block, bro, because you gonna listen to the beat, and the beat going like it's a 16 ball verse, boom, all right. 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars. If you really rap, bro, that 4 bars is easy for you, bro.
Hell yeah.
Easy. I don't want to hear nothing about that. 4 bars is easy for you. Now, if, like, this is where you level it of like elite and all that, because now you fuck around, do 8 and 8. Like, you know what I'm saying? Depending on how nice you is. Now you have another level of elite where you could just bust down 2 bars for the whole shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
It's
Or like we always talk about rappers that have the interior raps.
right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The interior syllables is right.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like when you reach that level of when you really know how to rap, there's no such thing as writer's block, because it's just like at first I used to tell myself like, damn, I can't just jump on the beat at the 3rd bar of the beat when I'm out to freestyle. I got to the point where it's just like, nigga, like when you flow, you could just come in the beat and just flow, bro. You just come right in and just like
Hell yeah.
just flow
Word
your
up.
way right in, my nigga. It's like a jump rope. The nigga swinging the jump up, jump right in, you jump right out, my nigga. That's it. Clean.
Yo, Harv, when you say interior bars, you mean like Philly cats? Like the niggas got it just
It's
come
just-
awkward? Like
Hov does it, M
Yeah,
does it.
M does it, Nas does it.
It's just
like-
those rhymes within the
Within
Yeah,
the
bar,
within
right?
the-
Within the
exactly.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about in the syllables.
Yeah.
In the multi-syllables.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wayne does it a lot.
Yeah. This is crazy.
I do that shit a lot. I love syllables, bro.
One thing I noticed about you, Rucciano, first of all, on the Atlantean album, I love
sir.
the intro.
Oh,
Yeah.
the first one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I
That
put.
first track. Oh my
Yo,
god.
man, I put a lot
damn,
of.
yo, I got that shit as my top track, man.
Yo, I
Damn.
appreciate
word,
you, bro. I
man.
appreciate you.
Yeah.
I
That
appreciate
intro
you. I
does it.
appreciate you.
But what I like about you is that intro is super hip hop, like super.
I
boom-bap,
appreciate
lyric
you.
hip hop.
Yo, comments like this from everybody that be giving me comments about anything I gotta do with my lyrics, bro. That shit
Yeah, I like
makes
that
me
big
push my
time.
pen. I'm gonna keep pushing my pen, bro. I'm gonna keep pushing my pen, bro. Appreciate you.
Not only that, like you said, it shows that you are a student of, like you say, Jay Z,
Like,
Eminem.
yeah, I try.
You know what I mean? Like,
yo,
And that beat was
on
that
them
Jay Clyde
beat-
too?
Nah. All of these shits was everything I was doing before Pure Records. Like that was
Man,
that was
beat
before.
is fucking crazy.
I was in the mind state of getting myself to find a situation like Pure Records. So it was just like, yo, I'm gonna show niggas I could rap on this kind of beat. I could rap on this kind of beat. You know what I mean? Like I figured out how I want to rap. So it was just like, like
Yo,
Go ahead,
it's
Blood.
funny. It's funny we're having this conversation where you was just saying about the bars, what you saying about the beats, and what Burns just said about Atlantean. Because I got written down for you on my notebook. I got, you spit, whether it's trap or drill, whatever you can spit, right? But you got bars, and me, I'm
Appreciate
a fan
you.
of bars. But it has to have a structure and it has to get to the point. Like,
Yo,
you can't be spitting bars for like a half hour. I mean, like, yo,
Nah,
motherfucker,
right.
I
Give me a
can't,
break.
I can't even follow no more.
Cut it out.
Right.
But you get to the point, which is what I like, and
Right.
and that's what makes a good song. You feel me?
So what I was gonna say, regarding that intro and those bars, I love it. I love the intro. I love the bars. But
Appreciate
then,
you.
like on song 2 or 3, you can totally flip it to something that sounds like this current time frame,
Yeah.
this era.
Right.
And,
Yeah, like drill.
This is
Trap,
shit I listen to
something
right
different.
now. This
Yeah.
this is shit I
There's
listen
not
to. Like,
many artists that can give that balance of the both.
yo, I appreciate
You know
you.
what I mean?
Yo, I
That's-
appreciate you.
That's what I really
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
with.
yeah.
Because, I'm a 90s head.
I used
love 90s
to tell niggas like when we in the car, they be like, yo, Rue, plug your phone. Like, you sure you want to plug my phone?
Yeah. Because I listen to other
yeah,
shit.
because it'll go from Chief Keef to Biggie Smalls.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how it should be, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know what I'm
Facts.
saying?
If you're really a music head, that's
like,
how
you
it
know,
is.
then you'll hear Wiz Khalifa, then you'll hear fucking
You might come
the
out
Beastie
with a reggae
Boys.
song and
Coogee rap. Oh, the Beastie Boys, damn.
Yeah, like
Some
like
other shit.
like right, like it's like you really want to hear you really want my phone player. You gonna hear
Yeah.
Ab Soul and you gonna hear Royce the 5'9".
Soul's a beast.
Like,
but that makes you a better rapper.
Yeah.
like you gonna hear Saha the Prince and you gonna hear
Saha's a beast.
you gonna hear fuck around a battle rapper somebody. Then you gonna hear Jay-Z. Then you gonna hear Lil Wayne. Then you gonna hear Eminem. Then you gonna hear like you know what I'm saying? Like it's. I
But
listen
you're
to everybody,
taking all
bro.
this in.
Yeah,
I listen to everybody, bro. I listen
That's
to everybody.
good. That's the
bro.
way it should be.
Hell yeah.
It's like he said, it makes you a better rapper.
Yeah.
I listen to
yeah.
everybody
Because you're not
bro.
stuck in one pocket. Like
Thugger,
we can't
Gunna,
put
everybody.
you in one pocket and shit.
Right.
And then you said you went back and researched.
This shit
hip-hop.
like basketball, bro. Yeah, son. This shit like basketball. It's like the greatest players was the players we know that did everything almost. Like a lot of
Word.
niggas hate on LeBron, right? But LeBron gonna go down as one of the greatest. When you look at his stats and all that, he gonna have some of his stats is gonna be fucking. It's gonna be like,
Hell yeah.
gonna be like,
He's gonna
damn.
he's gonna pass
But
Kareem.
man,
Yo, bro, them stats.
He's gonna be the number one scorer of all
He
time.
averaged 30 points in his 19th year in the league, bro.
He's gonna
points,
he's
rebounds,
gonna pass
assists,
Kareem.
a bunch his
Crazy, yeah.
over his overall stats, everything is gonna
his
be
first
nuts,
year
bro.
numbers and his 19-year numbers were not that
And
different.
and that's
Yo.
and that's the same way I look at this shit. It's just like
facts.
You know
And
what
the
I'm
thing
saying?
about LeBron is you can't help but root for him. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Right.
He's just that type
And
of
if you
dude.
ask anybody, they tell you LeBron has probably the greatest basketball knowledge in history.
Yes.
So not only is he incredibly physical specimen, you know what I'm saying? But he went back and he studied basketball. He
As
studied
you
the
should,
game
bro.
and
As
the
you
rules
should,
and
right? I did
how
that shit with music.
6 inches will make a fucking difference, and that's what you have to do with music. That's
Right.
what a lot of artists are failing to do. They're not going back and studying what was going on before. And if you remember, everything is cyclical. So what was in
Yeah.
before is gonna come right back.
Right.
And this drill shit ain't gonna last forever. This trap
Right.
shit ain't gonna last forever.
Right.
That's a fact.
I just seen
Right.
baggy clothes are coming back and stuff.
Right.
Baggy clothes?
Baggy
Yeah,
Stop.
yeah, like big pants and all that.
You ready for that?
son. I mean,
Damn.
Oh, Mook, no more.
they gonna
no
wear
more,
what they wear. I'm gonna
skinny
wear what I
jeans.
wear.
No more skinny jeans.
No more thotty shorts.
No, that's in forever, baby.
Hey, yo.
That's here to
The
stay.
pink Nike fucking
All right, so
thigh high.
after the Aquaman series was when you signed to Pure Records. How did that feel? Before that, how did that come about?
Yo, man, I was on. I don't even want to say. I was on Clubhouse, yo. I was on Clubhouse, crazy, and then I met somebody over there that, you know, what I'm saying, that took heed to what I was doing.
Oh, nice.
So I was chopping it up with him. I forgot what his name is, and that's like no disrespect.
No, shit happens.
Now, right. Then I seen he had somebody on his face. He was sharing somebody on his Instagram, and then it was tagged to Pure Records. And I was like, the fuck? Pure Records? So I just looked at it. I was like, oh, shit. It's an independent label. Like, you know what I'm saying? Around that time, I was chasing a manager. I done ran through like 4 managers, like, you know, from young people to people I thought that I knew that was doing this shit, whatever the case is. I was just whatever, because that was the only thing I didn't do in my rap career. I traveled, I did everything. I told you I performed in Philly, I performed in Cali, I shot a video in Cali, I performed all throughout Brooklyn, I got the projects, I got mad videos out. You know what I'm saying? What you
All
know, I
on
got-
your own.
all on my own, bro. All with Luciano just pushing this shit. 'Cause, you know what I mean? So after a while, like I said, like last year, I was planning on this year, matter of fact, because I dropped all these projects. Between then and now, I was planning on dropping a project every month. So I was
Right.
going to give 12 projects out. So I was like in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this 12 projects, and then I'm going to go present this shit to somebody that could, you know, whether invest in me or see something like, yo, this nigga is going crazy. Like, you know, he just needs something behind him. Like, he's a machine. Like, you know what I mean? Before I even got to, like, by the time I got to like 4 or 5, I was just like, yo, bro, do I really want to drop 12?
That shit ain't easy.
Yeah.
It ain't easy. Money-wise is the only thing that's not. Financially is the only thing. Writing the lyrics ain't the problem. I could have did this. I could have did this shit probably. I could have did the 12 projects probably in 1 month, bro. Maybe 2 months, bro. If I really locked in, no job type of shit, yeah, I would have got that shit over with. Because it would have been like, you know, that would have been my main focus. So, with that being said, boom, I hit homie up that had homie. Boom. Now I'm in somebody's inbox at Pure Records. Boom. He hit me up, was like, yo, this is such and such. Reach out to them. HL. Shout out to HL. So I reached out to HL. So around the time I reached out to HL, I think Deal with the Drip just came out. So boom, I reached out to HL. Yo, whoop-de-whoop, I'm an artist, la-da-da, la-da-da. You know, introducing myself, regular shit. So HL took a while to hit me back. Boom, HL hit me back. Took heed, whatever. And it was just like that. Left it alone. Hit HL up again. Yo, what's the word, son? I'm la-da-da. HL hit me up. Yo, describe yourself. He actually gave me like, you know, like, yo, like, you know, say something. Because I'm like, I don't know, man, how I just grown up and all that. I'm a grown man. I'm chasing you, but it's certain shit like if you don't give me the alley oop, I'm not gonna even. So at first he didn't give it, so I just left it alone. I was just like, yeah, he trying to huff me and it's whatever. All right. Second time around, he gave me the space. He's like, yo, like, you know, tell me who you are. Told him I am, blah, blah. Yo, I'm dropping these projects. I plan on dropping 12. Whoop, whoop. I just dropped 2 or 3 or whatever the case is. You know, take heed. He's like, all right, I'm gonna see what you're doing. Every little bit of shit I dropped, I was just forwarding to him. I was forwarding to him. I was like, yo, take a look. Yo, boom. Yo, take a look. New video. Yo, take a look. You know, he wasn't commenting. It was just like, you know, like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really care about that. I was just like, yo, boom, boom, boom. Somebody, because in my head, I was still out in the real world, still trying to find a manager. It was just like, you know, you, him, whoever it was going to be somebody. You know what I mean? Boom. One time, I just got fed up. I was just like, hit HL up. Yo, HL, what's the word, son? I got all this music, la-da-da, la-da-da. He's like, yeah, I see that, la-da-da, la-da-da. Same shit. Finally, after another time, I don't know what happened. I guess it must have like hit HL up. Like, this nigga's not gonna stop. Yeah. He not gonna stop hitting me up. He not gonna stop dropping music. He just not gonna stop. Yo, what up, bro? Like, talk to me. Yo, listen, this is what I'm trying to do and this is what I'm trying to get done. La-da-da. I think I got it all together on my behalf and I just need something and people behind me that's like, you know, kind of where we all get on the same page and just, you know what I mean?
Tie it all together.
Yo, bro, I'm going to set up an interview, conference call, blah, 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 meet with everybody, and we're going to take it from there. Took it from there, and I never turned back.
Nice. Where are they based out of?
New York City, New Jersey. Shout out to Veronica. Shout out to V. You know what I'm saying? Fat Gary. Shout out to Cino. All throughout the tri-state area and then down south Texas area and all that.
Maybe he just needed to see that you were consistent, that you were hungry enough.
Yo, like I said, I was gonna
instead of
try
wasting
to get
his time.
Yeah, right. And you know, he told my niggas that, and it was like I kind of figured it was just like, you know, like I said, I was gonna do this shit regardless. Like I said, I did it to the point. It was like I was on the treadmill, bro. It's like, you know, I'm running, but I'm stuck in the same place. I'm working because you see me on the treadmill. You see me, but
you see me working.
Yeah, but it's like we still here.
Did you find management?
I got everything I got everything I need, man. Shout out to V, man. Shout out to V. She here with me, man. You know what's up. Management in the building. Big shout out. You know what I'm saying? I love them all. We like family. We speak every single day from the top of the morning. If we not up or whoever's up first, it's just like, wake your ass up, yo. Today is Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, it was a few like, you know, roadblocks on the way, but you know what I mean, that's nothing. I never cry over spilled milk. It was just like, I done lost hundreds of songs and you see I still done dropped how many projects? It's like, right. I got my old phone with me. I done lost songs on that shit and it's just like, you know, like just, yeah, bro. It's just like I'm at this point right now. It's like I love this shit so much that I don't even care. It's just like yeah, bro. It's like
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. Like it's just like.
But it's better for you now because
I got a situation that makes sense.
Yeah, and now you can focus on music.
Right.
You don't have to worry about
all the other shit.
Doing all the manager jobs, or booking the shows, or studio, whatever. You can just focus on making the best quality music Luciano can make, and that's going to lead y'all all on the right path.
Yep. Big shout out to Pure Records.
Shout out to Pure Records, absolutely. Shout out to Luciano. Now in 2022, you dropped the track Era. Is it Era or New Era?
Nah, Era, man. It's, you know,
just Era, right?
Yeah, man. Because it's like, you know, my era of rap, you just have to be, you know, you have to be nice. Yo.
And that's with the Homie production by J. Clyde. That's a super fire song. That's the song we started off the show with DJ Premier cutting it up.
I just black on that.
That's very New York hip hop.
I'm a spiteful bastard, psychopathic Mike assassin. I fly on dragons, diving acid right outside Manhattan.
And you drop Boss Talk.
Yeah, man, I drop Boss Talk because I'm like, let's get off of the era. Like, you know, like Boss Talk is kind of like what we hearing now. Like, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you showed them I could do this. Now I'm gonna do this.
Like, y'all gonna hear more from me, and y'all gonna be like, damn, this kid, like, you know, like, you gonna tell like, yo, he listens to like rap all around. Like in due time, you're gonna figure that out. Like
I like that though, man. You gotta have the balance. It's like you always talk about Slim Shady, and I don't even listen to Slim Shady for his big shit. No, you was talking about him before.
Okay.
I don't listen to Slim Shady for his commercial shit. I listen to his underground freestyles.
I
I'm
listen
saying
to his
for days.
songs.
And his underground
I
tracks.
listen to his songs.
I do
still
both,
like them.
you know.
Mm-hmm. I still
yeah,
like them old ass Eminem freestyles with
Stretch and Bob.
met a retarded kid named Greg with a leg.
Exactly.
Beat him over the head with the peg. With
That was when he was up there with Stretch and Bob. Yeah.
Yo, Mark Wahlberg is a small turd, bro.
Word, that was
he
the
still
best
got
shit
some
ever.
shit like that right now. That's just like, you know, if I wish like, you know, people really, he still got some shit that he drops on his albums that be damn near on that same level. That was like, I am.
The
You
shit
still
he
got
did
it.
with sound bombing,
Sound
over the
right,
beat mobbing, over
right.
the beat minor shit.
Yo,
Yeah,
it's
he's a
funny
beast,
because
man.
those bars, like, I remember that bar. In that verse at the end of it is when he's like, "Oh, my daughter scribbled over my rhymes," and it says blah 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 blah.
I couldn't read it. Yeah.
Like he has those verses that, as a
Classic.
verse, you remember forever.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell
But
yeah.
I think a lot of that was pre-hype to the first album. Like that Eminem
Slim Shady LP?
The
yeah,
GOAT.
like that wave that he had
Yeah.
leading up to
The
his
GOAT.
his
Because he was
first
like
album.
we said before, he was talking and he was
The
spitting
GOAT.
in a way nobody had heard before. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And he was, again, like we always say, he was doing it
And
in
he
an
got
elite
and he got
technical
some
level.
freestyles that's just like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like.
That'll beat anybody's written shit.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
times over.
And then when you look at like songs like Rap God, right? It's probably not your favorite track, whatever, or the shit that he did, the shit he did for that Venom soundtrack. That's
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, when you look at those tracks, it's just like, yo, son.
But
How
even
could you
that
not
Rap
say
God,
like,
yeah.
like how could you not say this? Like, how could you not say homie not be? He don't be wildin', bro.
Yeah, yeah.
He
He
be
don't be
wildin',
spazzing,
bro.
yeah,
He be
yeah.
wildin', bro.
That Rap God shit, yo, I think we could sit here and dissect it for 2 hours.
And still won't get it
the
all.
way he spits on that
Yeah.
shit. Wow, kid.
It almost sounds unreal. Alien like.
Shout
And
out
I
to
like the
Eminem.
duality. I always fuck with his duality. Like he's a clown, but then at the same time he's serious,
Right.
lyrically sharp.
That's my inspiration, man. That's one of my biggest inspirations, man.
You've mentioned battle rap a few times.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan.
Who are some of your favorite battle rappers?
Everybody. Nah, for real, yo. Once you got the guts to get on stage, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people scared, bro. Once you got the guts to do this shit in front of everybody, that's the first biggest shout out to you.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we go into a sport of battle rap, right? Once you got the guts to get on stage and get disrespected,
In your face.
yeah, bro.
Like this.
I could smell what you ate yesterday for breakfast and all. I
Telling
could
you
smell a whole bunch of
trash.
shit, right? If I could tell if you ain't brush your teeth.
And that'll murder your whole family.
Yeah, bro. And then you could just stay there and just take that shit as a level of
Yeah.
a man. And like, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother like,
Yeah, that's different.
yeah, bro.
That's psychological, right?
yeah,
there, man.
right. Cause some niggas, you know, they know each other. So
Yeah.
niggas be hitting low blows and cutting corners. You like, damn, this nigga really.
Yeah.
All right, and it's like, you know, you gotta hold your composure. So it's like, you know, but like personal favorites, we got the Tay Rocks, like,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
super dope.
We got
No
the
doubt.
goats like Hollow the Dawn, Loaded Lux, like, you know what I'm saying. We got the
No doubt.
Geechee Gottis. I fuck with Disaster. It's a lot of Rum Nitty, Rum Nitty, man. Shit, Arsenal.
Jersey. Yep.
Yeah.
Jersey.
Mr. Disrespectful.
Right. Shit. Like I said, it's a lot of names to go from Chef
Yeah.
Trez. Like,
I love Hollow. I'm glad you mentioned.
yo, I love this shit so much. Like,
Paste.
Pat,
That's my favorite.
yo,
That's my favorite.
when he get to the point when he not like really like playing around, he
Yeah.
gonna be elite, bro. Like
Yeah.
Daylight, like
Daylight Beast.
right. And it's just like it's a lot.
Cortez.
Hearing
Shout out
like
to the brother
shout out to Cortez. I fuck with Cortez,
We
but
had Cortez up here.
it's a lot of people like Sue Surf. Like I fuck
Yeah.
with Surf. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, bro. It's a lot of people.
You
I'm
ever
at the
done
point
it?
I just wanna. As a kid growing up, I done it. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, locally and all that. Just doing it because, like, you know, niggas gonna always put you on the spot when you rap. Like, you know what I'm saying. So, but I never did it for like trying to make a career out of it or nothing like that. Nah.
That's a whole
Okay.
different like
Because I know that's not what my passion
it's
is.
rap,
It's
but
like,
it's different.
yeah,
It's
like,
a different type of rap.
It's
Yeah.
different.
I'd rather
Yeah,
do
it's-
that same rap on the beat though, like you know what I'm saying. So I would love for these niggas, like if y'all want to get on songs with me and shit like that, we could do it. Like you
Oh,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying, like you know what I mean. So like,
Even
That would be
Math,
classic too, man.
yeah, bro, let's do it. We could do like you see Arrow, right? Like Arrow, like you know what I mean. You know, it don't got to be like Arrow, but you know, I'll let you know that you know what I'm saying. The pen game is somewhere there, like you know what I mean. I'm gonna let everybody else be the judge, and you know what I'm saying, say where the pen game is at, but. You know what I mean?
That's what it's like. We talk about that all the time. That's what hip hop is missing. That competition, man.
Yo,
Like,
I love this shit. Yo, I'm here for the competition, but I'm also here for the good song. So it's not
Yeah.
like
Yes,
it's not on every
yes.
song I wanna
Bar you to death, yeah.
Even though I might,
Yeah.
depending on whatever pocket I catch, I just might. But like it's like, bro, like let's just make it a good song, bro. Like you know what I'm saying. And there's some songs that is just like where some niggas bar niggas to death and the other nigga get on. He didn't bar him to death. He outflowed him.
Yeah.
And it's just like you know
He
like
made the song sound different and just made it
Right,
memorable.
right.
And people will remember him.
Jay-Z,
Right.
my nigga.
Right.
Basically.
right, right.
Word
I
up.
agree with that.
Absolutely. So you have a new project coming out 2022. Can we talk about that yet?
We could talk about it a little bit. So I don't got a date for it right now because we still in the mix of what we doing in the beginning right now with Boss Talk and Era and all that. Then I'm gonna eventually drop my third single. You know what I mean? So, I also recorded 6 tracks with J. Clyde. Like you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So yeah. So that's gonna be a project that eventually we gonna package together and put out and all that. And, you know what I'm saying? So right now it's just
Will it still be under the Aquaman series, or is it
of course
something
that's me, bro.
that's you right
That's
there?
me, bro. Like that's me. Like that's I
That's
can't
awesome.
I can't help but not be
Were
myself.
you into comic books?
Nah, I got into comic books as I got older. I never bought no comic books, but like I'm a type of person to appreciate shit for what it is, even if like you know what I'm saying. I don't gotta like it to know it or really like that. Once I know,
Yeah,
like,
to
Collect
respect
it
it.
to know
yeah,
Word
right,
up.
right. Like rock and
Yeah,
roll.
dope,
Like I don't know nothing about rock and roll, but like Led Zeppelin and all that, they fucking legends and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
So
Never lie. Yo, but I really like the comic book like album covers, and I like the fact that you throw in Coney Island and everything. That shit is dope,
oh yeah,
man.
I
Really
gotta
dope.
incorporate where I'm from, who I am. You know what I'm saying? It's me. It's
That's
me,
why.
bro.
That's why I was
I'm
saying
him.
before, like the whole Aquaman and the wave and all that shit is
I'm
fitting
him.
because you're from Coney
And
Island.
then it's
You're
little
by the
shit I
water.
try to incorporate with like you see the Aquaman tape I did. The A was upside down. I
Yeah,
really
right,
tried to
right,
like
right, yeah, yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. One, I don't own the name. I'm not Aquaman for real, like
No,
from
yeah,
DC.
yeah.
So that's how I did it. And then that's the 5th project I dropped under the Aquaman series. So I threw the V in this, because Roman numerals, the V is the 5th letter, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So
Dope.
yeah,
Dope.
so
See, that's dope because that's the little
Details,
details that
exactly.
you gotta like
Look for it.
pay attention to
Yeah, right.
catch.
Like you said before, Easter
right,
eggs.
right. It's
Yeah,
Easter eggs, bro.
exactly.
And this shit I rap like. If you really listen to some shit I rap about, is like you know what I'm saying, and you follow me or been following me, you gonna see like, yo, this nigga's rapping by himself. He been rapping by himself all this time.
Exactly. It's not.
Like,
He's not talking about a
Yeah,
person.
he been rapping by himself.
Exactly.
Like listen to Boss Talk, right? I said I shot the video on Cali, so on Boss Talk, I'm like, I'm too cool white bands with the top off. Like I didn't just say that because I just wanted to say some fly shit, even though I wanted to say some fly shit. But when you watch my video, Too Cool, I shot it in Cali and I had a white Benz with the top off. I was sitting on the shit and we was driving through Cali and we shot the video. So it was just like,
It's real life.
right,
And
Yeah,
you
yeah,
rap.
facts.
right, right.
Those are the best raps, bro. What the fuck did
So
Nas
it's like,
say?
you know what I'm saying?
It's only
You-
so
you
long
probably-
a fake thug can pretend.
Right, you probably gonna be like, yo, he always talking about some fly shit. All right, but
That's what I'm
listen to how I penned it, and then really look at what I'm doing and look at it. You gonna be like, okay, that's him. Like,
That was another
Luciano.
thing with that Zaz song. I watched the video today, and it's like
Zaza.
Zaza is
Yes,
like
sir.
a
Shout out
very
to Killer, man.
party song, like a stoner party song.
Yes, sir. Shout
But
out
if you
to
listen
TFG,
to the
man.
lyrics when they're rapping, y'all rapping.
Bars.
Yeah.
Yo, rapping.
That's that balance again that I
Yes, sir.
appreciate. That you can do the bars and you even sneak the bars into the party joints.
Yeah.
Shout out to Killer. He one of the only people I know that could keep up to my level of velocity. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Y'all was good with that
he
back and
could,
forth
like,
word.
yeah, he could, like, if
That's
I'm ready to
dope.
rap right now, he ready to rap right now. And he like,
Word.
you know, he could either do something I'm not doing or either we could come together and make it like, you know what I mean? So it always like,
Shout out to that, man. It's
Right.
good when you find that, and shout out to you
Right.
finding.
I'm easy to
good
work with.
management.
Like I said, I want to make a good song. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's just make a good song. Don't try to do what I do. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I like
Right.
syllables. Like, you may not be a syllable rapper. So
Yeah,
don't
you
try
might
to
be a story rapper.
Yeah,
Take your
nigga,
story
just
shit.
right. Just
just
find
like
a
a
way
flow
to
rapper.
right. Just find your way to like. We gonna get the hook first, probably, so we know what we rapping about, and then boom, do you and I'm gonna do me, nigga. That's
Exactly,
it,
and
bro.
It's gonna all sew in together beautifully.
Right.
What else can we expect from Rucciano coming up? I know we got the 2 projects you spoke about dropping. What
Rucciano,
about after that?
I'm flooding this shit. That's what you could expect, bro. Like,
Fittingly.
yeah, I'm flooding this shit. Like, I've been flooding this shit, and I'm gonna just flood the airwaves. Like, I'm Aquaman, bro. Like,
There you go.
it ain't nothing else I could do but just flood y'all niggas with shit.
And
I'm a
that's
f- I'm a-
what we.
I'm gonna flood this shit and really turn this shit to Atlantis, bro.
Coney Island
Dope.
is Atlantis.
The
Yes.
whole, we about to turn the whole USA to Atlantis.
Make sure you go to purerecords.com/Rucciano,
Yes, sir.
Ruciano, to keep up to date on all upcoming projects, videos, shows.
Yes, sir.
When he starts getting into movies, when he does Hollywood, all that shit. 'Cause it's all
Fashion,
coming down the line.
Video
Fashion,
games,
absolutely.
all that.
Jason
All that.
Momoa, look out.
Yeah,
All
get out,
that.
get out of here, bro.
New wave god.
Also, make sure you're following Rucciano on YouTube. Make sure you go check out that Era video.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure you go check out that Boss Talk video, that
Chip.
Zaza
Yes, sir.
video.
Chip.
Make sure you go check out all the songs, all the new songs that dropped, all the projects that dropped in 2021, everything
Era.
that dropped in 2020. Make sure you look out.
Yep.
You got any shows coming up? Anything lined up that we can look forward to?
I got an interview coming up on Tuesday on DTF Radio. I
Dope.
got a performance on August 20th.
Okay.
So you know,
Dope.
like I said, I got another single eventually coming out. I got a video for Boss Talk that I shot.
Be on the
We
lookout.
eventually gonna drop that. Yeah. So
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I never stopped, bro. I took a little hiatus just to get everything right. So this shit, like, I could really flood y'all niggas with shit. So
Good shit, yeah. Make sure you're following Rucciano
Watch the
on
wave.
all socials at RUCIANO_. Also,
Yes,
make sure
sir.
you're following the podcast at GAHHD_podcast. Make sure you're following at Deadass_worldwide. Make sure you're following at the real_VSOP. That's a Twitter exclusive. Make sure you're following at money_burns. Make sure you're following at EFNR711 and Straight Fuego Studios for all your studio needs. Make sure you're following at LunaBright_whitening. Get your teeth white for the summer. Also, while we're here, make sure you tune into Club Joe's Radio on the AMP app Tuesdays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And make sure you tune into La Playa Radio Thursdays at 7 p.m. with DJ Nandito.
Lucky 7.
Now let's get
That's
into 10
Spanish shit.
shots with BSOP.
All right,
Let's
man.
get
So
it.
I'm going to ask you 10 rapid fire questions. You just answer with minimal thought. We'll circle back and discuss your answers.
let's get it.
All right, so here we go. Number 10, we talked about your shoes when we walked in. So what
Yes,
would you
sir.
prefer, Nikes or Adidas?
Designer.
Okay, good answer.
Shout out to them Palm Angel sneakers you had on in one of them pictures. Gray and black, I believe they were.
Aquaman.
There
Very
you go.
building.
Yes.
We talked about gaming systems and
Yes, sir.
video games and shit. So what would you prefer,
P5.
PlayStation or Genesis?
Ooh.
What was your favorite?
PlayStation or Genesis?
How you
That's
word,
an odd.
right,
That's tough.
bro.
You
But
gotta
I'm
say
saying-
Nintendo or
The
Genesis.
Genesis kind of like paved the way
You
for
trying
all
to say
the
that
shit
for
that
Xbox and all that? Because Xbox would probably be Genesis and all that.
Xbox. All right, so what would you PlayStation, Xbox?
PlayStation.
Okay.
PS.
There
Shout
you
out
go.
to
Because
PS.
I'm heavy on the P5 right now. Heavy on the P5. Been
Nice.
heavy on it since
True.
PlayStation 1. Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
They just dropped. You know how they put out the Nintendo Mini? They put out like the PS1 Mini almost.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
comes
yeah,
with a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
games. Pretty dope.
That's throwback right there. In the zone, baby.
Murder.
Better rapper, Big L or Big Pun?
Ty.
Ooh, never heard that one before.
I'm not picking. I'm not.
Smart man.
Better
I ain't mad
artist,
at you.
better overall artist in your opinion, DMX or Tupac? Because they did the acting and all that.
Rest in peace to both.
Yeah, rest in peace to both.
Ty.
Legends. Okay, Ty.
Ty.
I'm not picking.
I like it.
Better crew, better label in your opinion. No Limit, Cash Money.
Yo, why you doing this to me?
Yo, I can't make it easy. I can't make it easy.
Ty.
Ty.
Here go time.
Shout out to No Limit, man. He won't say it, but I always thought No Limit was flyer.
Okay.
I love Cash Money. I thought Cash Money was flyer.
All right, so we
Big
talked
boy.
about Slaughterhouse. So if we
Okay.
had to go, like if we had to split them up, who would you rather go with? Crook or Joel, Royce or Joe?
Oh, Royce the 5'9". He's in my top. Royce 5'9".
There you go,
Let's
Royce and
go.
Joe, bong.
Joe the GOAT.
What would you
Sure.
rather do if you're working on a project? Would you rather work with a singular producer or with multiple producers?
Both.
Nah, you can't do that because
He can do whatever.
Then we're gonna
He
find
said that
then
he
we're gonna
can't
find a
do
way
that.
to do it on the first project. Then we're gonna find a way to do it on the next. I want to do both.
Nope. All right.
No doubt.
All
No
right.
doubt.
Number 3.
Because I love this shit. Like, you know, I like.
That's
you know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
asking. All right. Number 3. Biggie or Jay-Z? Who you got?
Jay.
Okay.
Let's go, ho.
Because of my time frame, like, you know what I'm saying, like Biggie.
Was before
Biggie
you,
was
a little before you.
He was in my time frame. Don't get me wrong, but being that he passed away, and all that, and Hove.
Kept going.
Yeah, I got a whole body of work from Hove, bro.
Yeah,
I got like how many albums Hove dropped? Still to
13.
this day.
14.
Right,
13.
Yo, ho, bro. What
right.
the fuck, man?
With
Y'all
hits
swear
on
by
hits
Biggie.
on hits on hits on hits and bars and double entendres, triple entendres,
Yes.
shit.
No
Like,
doubt.
you know what I'm saying? So
No doubt. This
Yeah,
was from
man.
your era as well. 2000s type.
copy.
Better crew in your opinion. Dipset or G Unit?
Ty. I was listening to both of them at the same time, and I was loving both of them. Lloyd Banks, like I was like Dipset bought those swag. I wanted to dress like them niggas was wearing Ed Hardy's, the antique denims, True Religions, Timbs, and all that.
All that
but
shit.
when I heard fucking Banks and all that, them niggas was hungry and
Banks
they
got
were-
a new album out.
like yeah,
Yes,
right,
shout out to Banks'
right,
new
right,
album.
right,
It's
right,
dope,
right. That shit fire too, like right. But yeah, that's Ty, bro. I would love to see a verses with them, like a verses. It should have been a verses with them, like that shit would have been iconic,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
That should have been
totally
iconic,
agree.
bro. Even though the other verses was iconic, but that shit
Yeah.
would have been like,
That's
Yeah,
one
yeah,
that
yeah.
we kind of like are waiting for.
yeah,
A G Unit.
But we would need
Yeah.
50 to come out, man.
right.
Yeah,
And all
he's-
three of
I
them
don't think
together.
they'll do it.
That could be a recipe for disaster, like the G,
Right.
like the.
Right.
Shout out to
shit.
Tony Yayo. He came out at a Lloyd Banks show that happened on Friday.
He's on the Lloyd. He's on the
fire.
new Lloyd album.
Right. Few
Uh,
people on that.
All right, and number 1, we got the Holy Trinity now. You got Kendrick Cole or Drake. Who you got? Out of the 3.
I like all of them. like
But I prefer one though. I do prefer one.
I like all of them. Like Kendrick's pen game is at another level. Like, you know what I'm saying? J. Cole's pen game is elite as well. I can't even, like, you know what I'm saying? And lately, like, shit Drake be dropping. That verse he did with that Jack Harlow, like Drake got some shit, bro. Like, and his shit is mad more like, you know what I mean? It's like
It's for the hoes.
Let me guess,
It's gonna
Ty.
get it popping.
yo, unfortunately, man. Yo, because
It's all
I
good.
like, you know, I really like, you know what I'm saying? I like music from all different angles.
I
So,
feel
like,
you.
you know
I
what I'm
feel
saying? So, like,
I'll be honest. I have a favorite out of the 3. I'm a Cole fan.
He's a cool.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You see, but Cole make a lot of songs too, where it's like I gotta be in the mood to listen to.
True indeed.
Like, you know what I'm
I
saying?
get that a lot.
Like-
I get the boring thing a lot. that
Like,
he's
you know what I
boring.
mean? And I gotta be in the mood. I gotta be in a certain mood to listen to Cole. Like,
You see, a lot of people hate Drake. I can never deny Drake's.
right?
fucking,
I can
like,
never. Right.
yo,
But
right,
people hate
right,
Drake 'cause of
right,
Drake.
Right.
Drake is funny though to me. Like
is.
he's a
He's a
funny
good
dude
character.
to me. Like I can't, I
He's a
can't hate on the
funny-ass
kid, yo.
character.
I don't know him, so like,
I
you
don't know
like-
him either, but he
right.
seems like I think like if you were to actually hang out with him, he'd be alright to chill with.
Right.
Like, he'd be pretty funny and cool to chill with and shit.
You show mad love, probably.
Yeah.
Right.
He
All
would
right,
be-
so let's review. Jordan or Kanye, we're going designers. Shout out to them Palm Angels that I saw you.
Appreciate you.
PS or Genesis, which was the weirdest fucking
Comparison.
verses. I would have thought Nintendo or Genesis and
Nintendo
PS and
for real.
Xbox. PS, shout out to PS, man. Like I said, they got that new compact out. I think I'm gonna pick
Yeah.
that up. Big L and Big Pun, Ty. Whew.
Dessert.
I mean, there's no wrong answer.
Yeah, there
man.
is.
They both was nice. Pun had the syllables. Big L had the punchline syllables.
There's something.
Didn't
Didn't something happen with Big L recently?
You
They
got-
gave
you got
they
the
gave him
street
the
name
block.
after him.
Yeah,
There
they
you
gave
go.
him the block.
Shout
in
out to
Harlem.
that, man. Shout
Yeah,
out to
Yeah,
word.
yeah. But the wrong block, nigga. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
give
man.
him
no,
149.
it wasn't 139 in Lennox.
139. Yeah, it's 138, I think.
Yeah,
or something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
What was the next one that was a tie?
No Limit Cash Money.
Yeah.
No Limit Cash Money. No, before that one. After Big L, before No
Was
Limit
it
Cash Money.
DMX and Pac?
Yeah.
Yeah, DMX and Pac.
Cause you mentioned like the whole shit with the acting and everything too, like you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
like,
Yeah,
'cause they were overall artists
yeah,
for
right.
real.
I seen Tupac movies, I seen DMX movies. Like,
Yeah.
rest in peace to both of them.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to DMX and shout out to the movie that he got with Jet Li that he's doing mad karate in. That's just fire.
With the Black Diamonds?
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
With Aaliyah, right?
Yeah,
With Aaliyah.
I know exactly the
Yeah.
movie you're talking about.
No Limit and
Romeo
Cash
was
Money
Dante.
tie.
Hell yeah, that's a
That's fire,
tie. You
man.
can't ask me that question.
I love, like, I'm biased to No Limit.
If-
I was down south. In
If anybody
98, so
really
they had
knows
it
me,
crazy.
like if anybody really knows me, knows how much I feel about that answer. Like, yeah, you ask who that, he gonna say
That's why I
he can't
asked
pick.
because
can't
like I
pick
said,
that
I can't
answer.
make it easy.
I can't pick.
Royce and Joe, Royce to 5'9" in your top 5. That's
Yeah,
that's,
Royce
Yo,
well
Royce is a
deserved,
beast.
bro.
Yo, he raps
Another
with Eminem,
underrated
bro.
rapper, yeah.
Like,
And he
uh,
got Eminem on a few joints, bro.
You see,
He'll get
this is
anybody.
why
in a few
this is why
joints.
Styles and Jada share a top in my shit too. Because I like Styles more than Jada, but that's just my personal opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jada's
I
fire.
actually agree with that opinion.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Jada's really fire. But it's like, you know, like now they rap cohesive with each other. So it's just like I can't not mention his name and not mention
They
his
go
name, bro.
together.
Back
Yup.
and forth shit.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas
Like
come
Ray and
together.
Ghost, you
Yeah,
know
y'all
what I'm
niggas come
saying?
together as a deluxe, nigga. Like,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Right.
What was the one after that one that I got both?
Was it Dipset
Damn, I
G-Unit?
forgot the
No,
question.
before that.
Multiple producers or singular producers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I said
Yes,
both.
yes, both. Both is, you know, it depends on the zone, man. I look forward to hearing a J. Clyde and Luciano.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that
why
shit
I
coming
asked. That's
soon.
why,
That
shit
that's
coming
why
soon.
I personally
I
asked
like
that question.
what y'all
That
got
shit
going.
coming soon.
Yeah.
But then also a project with multiple producers would be
That's
fire.
why.
Oh, yeah,
course,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That shit coming soon,
Right.
too. Because after that, you know, we going, you know what I mean?
Then was Hove.
Hove over Big.
Hove never, you know how I
And
feel
that's
about
not
Hov.
saying, like, I love Big, man. Much respect to Big.
But I
Big is
totally agree
one
with
of the
your
Godfather,
opinion, bro.
like,
With the limit of
yeah, because it's
Yeah,
the
with
fact
the
that,
work.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we judging them as artists. Jay-Z got 13 albums or whatever the case is.
The thing people forget about Big is that in that little 2-year window, 95 to 96 or whatever, that he put out his album. He wrote the
97.
Junior Mafia album. He wrote the Little Kim album.
Okay.
He wrote another album. Maybe it was
Little
Caesars.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then he
Caesar.
came back with Life After Death.
Like
That's
that.
what
So,
the fuck I'm talking
He
about,
had that
man.
little No Limit thing
Right, right,
himself
right. That's
on
what
the
I'm
low
talking
and shit,
about.
on
Plus
the
all the
low.
little bullshit that wound up on Born Again.
All the verses,
Yeah.
freestyles, and features and shit.
Rest in
Shit on
peace, yo.
Fun Flex.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Dipset and G Unit tied. That was such a great era. bro.
Yeah, man.
But if they do a versus, we can't have Dipset that came to the Locks versus.
They'll never do it
Hell
again. I'll tell you like
no.
this: you'll never see Dipset again
Right.
on stage like
Right.
that.
If we
again.
do, it better not fucking be like that, because that was.
They might not
No,
never do
man.
verses again.
Then what was the one after that one?
Kendrick Cole or Drake.
Yeah.
The Trinity. The Holy Trinity.
You all know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
Matter of
yeah.
fact, Drake is the love song of the week. So, Luciano, any shout outs, my friend? Thank you for coming through today.
Yo, appreciate
Word
y'all
up.
for having me, man. Big shout out to the trainers. Big shout out to Pure Records. Shout out to V in the building. Shout out to HL. Shout out to Ace. Fat Gary. You already know, man. It's about to be a takeover, man. Aquaman.
Yes, look
Let's
forward
get
to
it.
all those projects. Go stream all the older projects. Go stream the videos. Go follow on the gram. Share that music. Let the world know. Go stream Era. That shit is fire. Blood,
Let's
you got
get
any
it.
sign-offs?
Yeah, man. Another dope show. You know, we here with the new Wave Guard kid from BK.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you for coming through, Luciano. Really fucks with your shit. Everybody, go listen to Deal with the Drip featuring Stacks and Killer. That shit is fucking bananas, my niggas. Go listen to that shit. Word up.
Yes, sir. And happy birthday, baby girl Leah.
Yeah.
Happy
Word up.
birthday.
Happy birthday to my little girl. She's not with me, so when she comes back, we're gonna celebrate hard.
Chill.
Yes, under the love.
Yeah, we're a big happy birthday.
VS.
But look,
Shouts to Rucci, man, for being here, man. Be on the, look out for the wave or drown, man. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
we
sir.
gonna flood the block, man. So you know what it is. Shouts to us again. 116 episodes. We did it. We undefeated. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's keep it going.
Been in the
fellas.
game since Grant Hill and Stackhouse.
There you go.
Hey, word up.
Right.
Shout out to everybody on the check-in, everybody listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Play. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube. Shout out to everybody on the social medias. Shout out to my daughter who's calling me right now. I'll call you back. We're going to fade out with the love song of the week. It's coming from the GOAT Dre. It's coming from the GOAT Drake. It's called When to Say When. There's a fire song that I just discovered last night. While perusing YouTube and searching Drake. Don't ask me why I was doing that.
Oh,
but that's
shit.
what happened.
Hey, you wound up
And I
down a
discovered this
Drake
song.
rabbit hole.
And
you
I
were
thought it was
perusing,
super
huh?
dope.
Yeah, right. That's what I just said. You were down a Drake rabbit hole.
I may or may
Pause.
not have been looking for hot yoga.
That's exactly what you was looking for. You
Nah, I heard this. I heard the sample. I thought it was super dope. It's the M. Burns Love Song of the Week for episode 116 of the Great American Hip Hop Debate Podcast.
Somebody on.
I know this sample.
Chin up, chest out, carry yourself with honor, carry yourself with pride. Shout out to all the ladies, the thotties, the side pieces, the moms, the wifeys, the sisters, the daughters. Shout out to this sample. Shout out to the GOAT. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Jersey, Brooklyn. Big
Got
up.
all these blessings just to give it to others anyway.
Shout out to V in the studio. Shout out to Ruciano for coming through. Shout out to brother
Appreciate
F and
y'all.
Straight Fuego Studios.
Shout out to Pure Records.
Shout
The
out
new
to Pure
Tesla.
Records.
Godcast, baby.
Shout out to the Godcast. This is my music.
Hey. 33 years, I gave that to the game.
Woo.
33 mil, I
Shout
saved
out to
that for
Hov.
the rain. 500 weeks, I feel the charge with my pain. 500 mil and I fall back in the 6. Finally give you niggas the space you need to exist. Michael Jackson shit, but the palace is not for kids. Still women saying it's childish the way we live.
You know how we was talking
Brought
about
a few
flips?
W's to the 6. Baby mama fluke, but
This
I
is a
love
good one,
her for
yeah.
who she is. Baby Wayne and Tez responsible for this shit. Half the time I question my consciousness in this shit.
Strippers and the teachers, we love you.
Full time I'm out here confident as a bitch. Trying to make good on the promises that I give. Trying to make sure my accomplices are legit. Register the business in my brother's name. 3,500 in a pocket that should cover things. Certified lover man, trapping out the motherland. Always move right, so my watch is on the other hand. She could try and play it down now, but she was a fan. People wanna know what's in my pockets, they don't understand. My assistant always finding Percocet and rubber bands. Know my mom might not wanna hear how I discover plans. Word to Sandra Graham, no one love you like your mother can. I watch Michael Rubin win $1 million off a couple hands. I decide what to see next, like it's on demand. I decide what to be next, like I'm switching plans. I'ma tell you what you feel next, like the weatherman. I will split heads and break necks for my little man. 6 God praying hands like I'm a religious man, but I'm just a sicker man.
Motherfucker.